We're here to talk about and celebrate us being strong women in business for the month of March.
Exactly. We somehow over the years have organically generated a team of women only.
People ask us if it's intentional.
Yeah.
They always do.
Or do you only hire women? No, of course not. That's called discrimination.
Yeah, we can't do that.
However, most people that want to join the team are women.
Would you want to walk into this without being a woman? It's intimidating, I'm sure.
Well, and I think beyond that, we are lucky enough to be in an industry that is dominated by women. I think the national average is somewhere around 60 to 65% of realtors are female, which is very different from a lot of other industries.
Yeah, I would say even in our world here in Santa Barbara, Montecito, Goleta area, that tracks, I would say too, for like some of our best realtors out there, most on top, us included, are females in our industry. So we're proud of that.
Yes.
It's rare to be able to step into a job where you feel like you're empowered, where you already feel supported because you have so many other female counterparts. It's not so much as pushing a boulder up a hill that I think in other industries would be. So it does feel helpful.
Yes, it does. And I feel that it's so great to be on a team of women and hear everybody's ideas and perspectives, ranging from the boomers to Gen Z. We really have such a great collection of women on our team.
Yeah, and I know we bring this up all the time, but being not just women in business, but moms in business, I think that's where, because I feel like, yes, we are the CEOs of our job, but also our family. So it just kind of translates really easily to both.
It does.
So I think we go home and kind of work the same way.
Yeah.
So it's not such a shift in brain power, I feel like, with that. So,
and we both grew up watching our moms in this business. And I think what's changed is our moms, had a job as a realtor, and now we truly are business owners as real estate agents. We've got this full back end system that is not specific to real estate. We have our own marketing coordinator, admin. What else do we have?
Well, it's kind of like all in one, but with the social media element and everything like that, all of the online presence. Now we have the AI to think about, and all of everything being elevated within our online presence is something they definitely didn't have as part of a business then, right? It was really selling houses, connecting with people, which obviously we do, but we have this whole other part of it, which I think, and maybe this is like discriminatory to say, but I'm gonna say it, with women being so good at detail and men are really good at that big picture usually, I feel like the detail is working for us in this industry because we
and the
are
multitasking.
Yes, we're able to like narrow it down and really because there are so many different aspects to our business now. I really do think it used to be like you door knock, you find a client, you sell a house, and now it's like if you're not doing the entire back end, including the social media part or your online presence, you're gonna fail.
Yeah.
So it's like such a huge part, and then being a woman, being multitasking, being attention to the attention to detail that we do have is kind of a strength that's just really helpful, and it could be why women continue to stay on top with this industry.
Because we're always constantly problem solving in this business and multitasking, and I think that is a really strong suit of all the women on our team. They're able to switch directions very quickly,
whether we like to or not, but our job has to remain very flexible. Nothing set in stone. You have to be okay with deviating in a moment's notice. So I think our personalities work toward that, and being moms, that throws a cog so many times in our lives.
Yeah. Also allows us to meet more people.
Definitely.
And then one thing, we have talked about behind the scenes, that is, it's not specific only to women, but it happens more to women than men, I would say, in this industry, is the vulnerability. A lot of times we are working open houses that are published and have our phone number and we are by ourselves at those open houses. And, we have had to tell all the women on our team, if somebody walks in that makes you feel uncomfortable, grab your phone and wait for them out front. We by any means don't care if you make somebody else feel uncomfortable by you walking outside. You have to feel comfortable and you have to feel safe at your work. And you know, we've both had instances where something you know, didn't feel right, and one of them for me was at a broker's open where there was a lot of realtors there, and somebody came in and was harassing me and wouldn't leave. And it was really nice to have other realtors there at the time, because I think I probably would have ended up calling the police if I had been there by myself. And then...
Yeah, but safety is definitely like a big part. I guess people don't really think about it, right? As part of it. But yeah, we are sitting ducks. You're alone in a house that's vacant. Really, anyone can come in and toward you at any moment. But yeah, you have unsolicited, I don't know, attention, I guess you would call it, from people too, that oftentimes they want you to feel like you're the one causing this, maybe, but it's okay, again, to make them feel uncomfortable, because there's no point in us feeling uncomfortable. But as a woman in business, it still continues to happen, for sure. I don't know if we're ever going to get away from something like that.
I don't know either, but you know, I think sometimes we forget, because this is such a female-dominated workforce, but then we have certain circumstances that remind us, okay, yes, we are still vulnerable and we still need to speak up when things don't feel right. One of our rules on the team, I guess, or codes that we go by, is if somebody calls you off a cold call and wants you to meet them at a property, if you've never met them before, you need to take one person from the team with you. So it's really about thinking about the bigger picture and being safe and
I would
feeling
say,
comfortable at work.
Yeah, I remember during COVID, it changed it a lot, where there were so many people coming to open houses so much that it felt like so cramped in the houses because it was so busy, that I started to get into the habit of standing outside no matter what. And now I kind of sometimes still do that in open houses, because it's easy to just be like, go ahead on in, and you know, then nobody feels weird when you step out because you're not feeling comfortable with them or something. But I feel like those habits actually helped a lot create, like, I don't know, a sense of safety a little bit more. But yeah, we definitely have to consider our surroundings, and usually don't go alone.
Yeah,
I would say open houses are probably the only time we kind of sit alone, but
but we all are on a constant group text and constantly communicating, and it's, you know, few and far between that something ever does happen, but always good to be prepared.
Yeah, it's just an interesting thought, because I don't think men in this industry would have any knowledge. You wouldn't even think about their safety, probably, or the vulnerability, or being objectified in this situation at all. So interesting.
Well, and also a lot of, you know, the Santa Barbara community like extends up into the mountains, and you sometimes have these houses that have long driveways or off the beaten path, and nobody's going up there unless they're going to that house. So that, you know, it's just always really good to be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah, we did have an agent hold an open house for us once that was on a ranch, big acreage, far away, and she had like a grown grandson, and she had brought her grandson to feel safe, which is totally fine. That's fine with us. Whatever makes you feel safe, whatever makes you feel comfortable.